All right, and we are live on YouTube. What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Masters of the Retroverse. We took a little hiatus last week. We just had a lot going on. So we are glad to be back. And as usual, I am joined with my co-host, Mr. Man-at-Arms, David. What's up, buddy?
What up?
You got your little muscle man behind you. For any of those that aren't watching the video, he's got a nice little gif of muscle man behind him. Looks like the guy right behind you is like skiing, you know?
Yeah.
Skiing.
Well, they might be. There's three of them. Yeah, they're skiing, definitely. Why's this small guy got to be in the middle getting... Oh, he's doing the skiing, so I guess...
Right, yeah.
I guess he's good.
Yeah, the guy on the right, the guy looks like Gene Simmons. It looks like he's really enjoying it, too.
I think they did that with a lot of their characters. They all kind of looked kishous.
Kishous? That's a new name. That's a new word.
I can't even say... Kiss-ish? Is that better?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, there you
All
go.
right. Yeah.
Well, good to be back after a week off, and we're just gonna kind of play this one by ear.
Yeah,
we're still kind of out of sorts. You know, you've had a lot going on.
Yeah,
and we had the sad passing of your little buddy, and
old Bruce. Bruce showed him last episode.
Yep. So. Yeah. Everybody sends out our condolences to you on that, because I know it's a hard thing, man. I went through it a few years ago, and it's a tough thing.
Yeah,
it's
man.
A really tough thing, man. So. Yeah,
man, for sure. It's been rough. It's been rough. Yeah.
But yeah. So we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk this week. We're just gonna talk about music videos. Where they are now. The music videos that we remember from back in the day. You know, obviously, MTV was the big outlet for a lot of music videos for us as kids.
Right.
And we'll talk a little bit about the turns and changes that MTV has made and how it affects music videos in general. So let's get started. So, what was it? Early 1980s. What was the first video? It was 1981, I think.
Dire Straits, right? Video killed a radio star.
I believe so. Yeah. Let's see.
Boom! Right out the noggin.
Well, I know it was that one, and it was Michael Jackson. I think had one of the biggest ones.
Yeah, but I think the very first one was the video killed the radio star or whatever.
Oh, by the Buggles, yeah. So August 1st, 1981 is when MTV came out. They were the first 24-hour video music channel. And it kind of revolutionized the music scene, I think. Yeah. I mean, there was music videos essentially out because, I watch a lot of documentaries on old rock and roll bands and stuff like that. And they somewhat had music videos, but they didn't really have the outlet, I guess, that until MTV came along.
Yeah.
Which kind of makes you wonder, whenever those old bands would put out music videos, how would they get seen? Like, where were they released to? to
MTV, which actually stood for music television.
Well, but before that, like last night I was watching one of the Eagles documentary that's on Netflix. I've watched it a couple times. It's awesome.
It was a thing called Vox TV. I'm pretty sure it was Vox. And you called in, and you had them play like the video you wanted them to play, or whatever. I'm pretty sure it was Vox. Vox might have been around the same time as MTV. I'm not 100% sure because I was pretty young, but I'm thinking Vox was around for a while, or else you had to wait for what was the shit on like ABC or CBS or one of the main channels. You had to wait for Soul Train.
Yeah, some of those. Yeah, some of those did have like little music shows on like late at night, like way late at night. Yeah.
Right. So like that's how you saw music videos before then, or you had to buy them at, i.e., Sam Goody, DJ Sound City.
Sam Goody,
insert classic music store.
Right. Yeah.
Nowadays it'd be Second and Charles.
I don't even think we have any of those around anymore.
Second and Charles is still here. You can get records there. You get videos.
Yeah, we never had that. I've heard of that place, but We never had one of those here. We had
really
record reunion, and then it turned into CD reunion. You know, once the kind of records went out, and then we had oh god, we had Sam Goodies, but they weren't not a whole lot of those.
Yeah, it was in our mall for a while.
Yeah, it was back when they had record stores, you know.
Yeah, CD and cassette. And...
Mm-hmm.
Yep, it was a good time.
Yeah, it was good stuff, man. Yep.
Yeah.
We still have a couple record stores around, but you know they're kind of hippy dippy, kind of, you know. I don't know. It's more of the fad, I guess.
I wouldn't even say hippie. I'd say hipster.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Yeah, not even hippie.
Yeah, no. Which records are cool, man. I love records, dude. I like pulling mine out and throwing them on and.
Oh shit! I was gonna ask you if you had some or not. I have plenty. I got a lot of Sinatra, dude. I got a lot of Sinatra, a lot of classic '70s rock, a lot of Fleetwood Mac, AC/DC, like, you know, Hell's Bells, Back in Black, like that. Yeah, dude, I got all that old stuff.
Yeah, that's about the same boat I'm in. I've got obviously a lot of all the Eagles albums. I have some Bob Seger. I got some Jimi Hendrix. I got some. Oh my god, I got all kinds of shit. I can't even begin to rattle them all off. But it's cool, man. It's really neat. I mean, classic rock especially, but you know, veering away a little bit from the music video side of it.
Sorry.
What was one of the first videos that you recall?
I'm trying to think. So one of the first videos I recall, like actually remember watching, was the one where it was a sketch, right? It was a sketch, and he was singing, but it was like in a mirror, and like she was looking at him, like she fell in love with him or whatever through, like, I don't know if it was a newspaper or a sketchbook or an art studio. Was that Take On Me by Aha? Yes.
Is that what it was? Okay.
Take On Me. Yeah, that's one of the first videos I remember.
Yeah, I remember that one, dude. Yeah, that was a good one. Yep.
That's some good stuff, dude. And then what else? Let's see. Obviously. Oh, yeah. So getting back to where did we see videos? So even though MTV started in early 1980, 81, like they still weren't getting the traction they needed. And so you remember like Friday nights or whatever around Halloween, dude. And The Simpsons were on TV, all that shit. Like I watched it on a little black and white TV in my bedroom. But my grandma would let me watch with her because she was all about Michael Jackson. And this is, I want to say 85, 86. I don't really know. But maybe you can hit up Google for us there and go Thriller. It was released on Fox.
Oh, yeah, dude. There's like a mini movie.
Yeah. It wasn't even released as a music video yet. Like you had like, it's like, I can't remember what channel it was on. It might have been Fox because it was kind of creepy. You know what I mean? It kind of scared me as a little kid.
It was, man. Yeah, it was scary. Yeah.
Looking back at it, I'm like, God, you're a nerd.
Yeah, I didn't realize that was a 14-minute long video. Yep, released. Well, hang on.
Did you find it?
Yeah, it says 1983.
Oh, really? Oh, it might have been 1983. I'm just saying, it was a long time ago. I was what, 5? 77. I was 6 years old.
Yeah.
1983.
I was 4. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that though, dude. Because we had it on VHS.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So every year, like around Halloween, we would all get together and we would watch that along with some other, you know, somewhat scary stuff that I was allowed to watch as a kid. Yeah. I think my first video that I really remember watching had to be Guns N' Roses' "Sweet Child of Mine," back in like 85 or 86. So yeah, I would have been like 7 years old. Because oh my God, I have 2 sisters that are older than me. One's 4 years older, the other one's 6 years older than me.
Yeah, so
they were really big into that
at a young age.
Yeah, and I remember that they loved Guns N' Roses so much that they would they would make me call in to the radio station because they were too scared to do it. So I'm like 7 or 8 years old calling into the radio station to request, Guns N' Roses songs and stuff.
Yeah.
Because they were too scared to call in themselves.
Oh, Jesus. No, we had I remember I was in the third grade. Yeah, it had been about the third grade. I had moved up another street from my grandma's house. It was my mom's first like little rental house, like a house that we got. And the band that was really big back then was fucking Poison, like Hot Tub Time Machine, like fucking Poison. And
Poison was awesome, dude.
Yeah, man. We used to fight about who was gonna be the drummer. It was me, a girl that was in the same grade as me. Her name was Miranda, and then her brother Tyson and his best friend. I can't remember his name, but like he had a drum set and all that shit. He'd turn the stereo up really loud with Poison and the guitar, and we'd play like we were pretend we were playing like
nice,
like we're in a rock video.
Oh yeah,
we popped his waterbed, jumping on it.
Yeah, I didn't really pay too much attention to like a lot of the rap and R&B music videos because I think by the time that I really got interested in music videos, was around the time that I was getting into like the grunge and the heavy metal and stuff. So like Headbangers Ball, what was that on Sunday nights or Monday nights or something like that, dude? It was, I was all about watching the Headbangers Ball because they had all the latest greatest metal bands on there and stuff, dude. It was awesome.
Yeah.
And I think that it just recently
came back.
No, I think it just recently went off the air.
Oh, really? Like they still had it?
I think so. I remember reading something about it. Let's see, Headbangers Ball. No, okay, no, I was wrong. Yeah, it was canceled in 95. Wow. I thought it went on going longer than that.
They probably play reruns, dude.
Yeah, probably.
Well, they don't have little teeny boppers to watch their fucking channel for
right.
Well, there's even with us talking about music television and shit like that, we don't have to just stick with MTV. MTV was the downfall of the music video channel for sure.
Definitely. Definitely.
Like they used to play some great videos. They used to have their what is it? What they call them back in the day? They call it VJ, whatever.
Yeah, the VJs. Yeah.
Rock jock, right? Rock jock. It was a rock jock.
Well, they were called VJs. Yeah.
Called VJs.
Yeah, because they had God, I'm looking at some of the names here, and it's just bringing back memories. Kevin Seal, Adam Curry, I remember him. Ricky Rockman,
Pauly Shore.
Pauly Shore was one, yeah. Who was remember Downtown Julie Brown? Remember her?
Hell yeah, she was English as hell. Loved her.
Oh yeah, dude. Yep.
And she went back to England. She's like, fuck this place. No, I don't know. She's probably still here somewhere. I'm just saying that.
Yeah, but there's God. Yeah, that was a big deal, man. Yeah, they started getting all these game shows and all that crap back in the 90s. Like, what was the one that...
Dude, I'm all about Cupid. Don't get me wrong. It was Cupid or something... the one that had Jenny McCarthy.
Right. And it had... What's his name from the Nerdist?
David... it was David something.
No.
Wasn't he a spokesman for Wendy's, too, at one time?
I don't know. Chris Hardwick. Yeah.
Chris Hardwick was a VJ?
No, but he was on that show that you're talking about with Jenny McCarthy. He was the host. Yeah, he was the host of that show.
Chris Hardwick, i.e. Talking Dead Chris Hardwick?
Yeah, that's where you got to start. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Here, I'm going to look it up because I can't remember the name of it. It was...
He replaced the original guy, though, because the original guy was kind of heavy set.
Hardwick MTV. What was the name of that damn show? Oh my God! Somebody was just
singled out.
No, singled out. Singled out. It was. I don't think there was anybody else on that show. Let me see if I can look that up. Yeah, they had all kinds of shit like that just kind of.
Yeah.
I think that was starting to be the downfall.
There's a lot of things that were the downfall of all that stuff, but yeah. It's all good. I'm gonna go ahead and stop Facebook Live and tell them if they want to join us for the rest of this episode, go ahead and switch over to YouTube.
All right, sounds good.
Yep. It's gonna take a second for that shit to post.
Okay, that's cool. But I'm not really sure what happened. You know, if it was MTV or if they felt like the music industry was just changing enough to where they weren't making enough money, or maybe they just saw the money-making opportunity to have these game shows because they've already got the attraction of, you know, the Generation X, us essentially.
Yeah.
But they had some pretty cool stuff too, like Beavis and Butthead. You know, that was pretty awesome.
Beavis and Butthead was awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, when you went to MTV, you wanted to see music videos. I didn't want to see some reality show about somebody whining about whatever the fuck they're whining about. I don't want to watch reality. You know why? Because I'm fucking living reality, and I want to watch music videos to break myself away from reality. You know, like that was the whole purpose of it, and you just demolished it. Fuck MTV.
Yeah, they had.
I'm sorry.
No, yeah, no, you're right, man. It could have kept going, and it could have been so much bigger, I think, than what it ended up being. You know, because at its peak, I mean, like you said, it was the place to go for music videos, and that's one of the things that I loved about Beavis and Butthead was the fact that number one, they were just retards, but number two, they would show the music videos, and it was almost just as much fun.
Yeah,
parts of them. It was neat seeing. It was funny seeing their reactions to them too.
Who's this asshole? Yeah. I need TP for my bunghole.
They were the greatest, man. They were the greatest.
I am Cornolio. I am Cornolio. I need TP for my bunghole. Sorry, I had to do it, man. We're here.
Yeah. But no, I think so now obviously MTV is really not, it's still there, but it's more of a reality show TV station. I don't think they ever even play any music videos anymore. It should be fucking
called RTV.
Right.
RTV.
Well, and I think what happened was I think they were one of the very first networks to do a reality show, which was that God, I can't remember the name of it. Where they all lived together.
Yeah, it was in Seattle. It was called Real World.
Real World, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, and it went to shit. The first episode was in Seattle.
It was huge, though. It was huge, and I think they saw that.
What's that guy Pike or whatever? And he spit or slapped in that black chick's face.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's when the world started falling apart. Really, dude? Like. He was an 80s punk rock fucking whatever the fuck you want to call him. Like dirtbag, whatever.
God, what was his name?
It was Puck.
Puck, yeah, Puck.
I said Pike, right. But I meant Puck.
Yeah, Puck, yeah. Yeah, you were close. Yeah, that I think at that point they just saw the opportunity, you know, how many viewers they were bringing in, and they realized that was kind of
like, here, let's throw in these commercials about Gillette razors, and now 15 20 30 years down the road, Gillette razors are locked up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Dude, I remember like for me, like I had said before, most of what I remember is like the grunge era, you know, watching like Soundgarden videos and Nirvana videos and Alice in Chains and all that stuff, man. And it was just awesome, dude. I went back the other day. I came home. I was a little
growing up where I grew up.
Oh yeah, dude, in Seattle. Hell yeah, that would have been awesome.
I didn't grow up in Seattle. I grew up
Pacific Northwest.
Seattle, but like, yeah, the Pacific Northwest is. And I think, like, honestly, having it jammed down my throat every day, like going back right now, like. I loved everything about the grunge era and everything like that. And like, I wish I wouldn't have been the dickhead that I was growing up. And yes, anybody who's watching this that grew up with me, you can write this down, fucking take it to the bank, bring it back to me and be like, here you go, dickhead, this is what you said. But yes, man, I was all about Belle Biv DeVoe, freaking all that garbage, man. Like, looking back, it was freaking garbage. Like, I was into 80s, late 80s, early 90s rap, and I wish that I was a little bit more embraced, you know, the grunge side of things, because, like, I would have felt more at home. Like, I was always made fun of, like, oh, you listen to rap, like.
But now that you're an adult and your music taste changes, are you going back and listening to a lot of those like grunge bands, you know, like Nirvana and Sonic Youth and all those bands that were from that area?
Oh yeah,
Pearl Jam,
Sonic Youth, Pearl Jam. Dude, I own, like, the first thing I bought when I went in the Marine Corps, right? And I was deployed to Okinawa for my first deployment. It was my very first deployment. World Trade Centers, you know, fell. God rest all their souls. All that stuff. But the first album I bought was Pearl Jam Vitalogy.
Yeah.
Vitalogy, yeah. And I got schooled on all that stuff. But I was still hanging on to a little bit of that rap stuff. But I listened to, I kind of sway, like, I know you're into the heavy metal and stuff like that, dude, but, like, they didn't even make a lot of videos for the music that I really like. I'm really into classic 70s Southern rock. And it's like I moved from a place of grunge and all that stuff down to where, like, Southern rock was, you know, born. You know what I mean? So it's just like, and to have that right now and be able to go through the things that I'm going through and, like, listen to, you know, the Allman Brothers, Leonard Skinner. Well, Led Zeppelin's a little English, but
well, they still have a lot of blues influence too.
Yeah,
you know, they still have a lot of Southern rock and blues influence.
Southern rock, man, was the shit.
It is, man. I still love it.
I wish we would have like a reawakening of that kind of style of music. We kind of did, with Stain. I feel Stain, and I know you're like.
Hate Aaron Lewis.
Think about it. He drifted to country music, right?
Yeah.
He drifted to country music, so it's like.
It's only because he couldn't make it in rock.
I don't know, man. Why didn't like Stained at all? Really?
Not really. No. I mean, I listened to a couple of their songs and you know, the ones they had on the radio back in the early days, but God, I just can't stand Aaron Lewis. He's such a whiny little bitch. Oh my God, I don't know. Like, he's coming to town here soon too.
Yeah.
And I had one of my buddies hit me up saying, "Hey, you want to go?" I'm like, absolutely not. I have absolutely no desire to go see him in live.
Yeah. I don't know. It was with him and Fred Durst, right? Fred Durst gave him a start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Limp Bizkit.
Limp Bizkit, yeah.
God.
Yeah. Chocolate. What is it? Chocolate flavored colored water. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was chocolate. Was it chocolate?
The video for starfish. That was stupid as shit.
Chocolate something starfish or something.
And hot dog flavored water.
Hot dog flavored water. Yeah, yeah, that's it. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, and I'm a huge fan of Southern rock, dude. Like I grew up with a lot of different influences in music. My dad listened to a lot of like 50s and 60s, like R&B. You know, like Smokey Robinson. And like the old R&B stuff, like Motown shit. And then on my mom's side, you know, we grew up listening to like the Oak Ridge Boys and a lot of country and stuff like that. So, you know, I hate being one of those cliche peoples and saying that, you know, oh, I listen to everything. But I really do. I mean, dude, you were talking about Frank Sinatra earlier. I love big band music, man. I love that type of shit. You know, the Rat Pack. Oh my God, I love that stuff.
I don't own just. I'm all about Frank Sinatra. I love Frank Sinatra. Like, that's something I can just put on the record player, let that thing pop, 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 start playing, and just like sit there and like look up at the ceiling and just relax. You know what I mean? And what was it? September. It was a very good year. Like that.
Yeah.
You know, like I really didn't even get into him until I started watching Sopranos.
Well, a lot of people don't realize this if you don't know me from Facebook, but I'm somewhat of a musician. I've played guitar since I was played bass actually. Started playing bass when I was like 13. Picked up the guitar when I was like 15. I'm all self-taught. And I played in jazz band in high school, and we played a lot of that stuff, like the swing band stuff and the big band stuff, and I kind of fell in love with it because it's so much fun playing bass to it, jazz stuff like that. Because it's very impromptu, with a lot of the instruments and stuff,
Yeah.
But I mean, I played in bluegrass bands, I played in metal bands and rock bands, and pretty much you name it, country, southern rock, everything. So I mean, I love everything. I love everything, man. I mean, I am a huge fan of metal, but I would say probably grunge and like 70s rock probably top it before, I hit the metal, as far as like my top 5.
Yeah, dude. So, and anything that has to do with that classic rock, man, like Fleetwood Mac, Styx, like you said, Eagles, Johnny Cash, freaking like all that old class. Like I know Johnny Cash is more country, but still, like, I don't even care. I don't care what you think. REO Speedwagon. You'd be like, oh, he's Femi, but whatever, dude. REO Speedwagon. I freaking love him. You want to know why? Because my mom would put that in the Pinto tape deck while we were rolling to Grandpa's house. And I would get down with her because she was feeling it,
Right.
Blue Oyster Cult, dude. Like, you don't mess with these bands, dude. You can't. Like, there is no band today, in my eyes, in my opinion, take it as you will, there's no band today that will ever top Leonard Skinner and freaking any of those bands that we mentioned earlier. Like, there's no way. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
their notoriety. Like, I see Marines today that come in the Marine Corps, like last week, get to the fleet, and they're like for a working party, and he's playing no shit like Sweet Home Alabama. It's like, dude, somebody's always going to have that in their freaking iPod.
Mm-hmm.
Are they always going to have Katy Perry? Are they always going to have freaking insert whoever's hot this week? Fuck no, they're not.
Well, let me tell you why there's such a big difference between music nowadays and back then. Back then, these bands worked their asses off to get where they are. They worked hard to write these songs. They had to go out and they had to bust their asses by playing shows, and just so happens they get lucky one night and there's a manager or there's a producer sitting in the crowd that finds these guys. I mean, it was really just luck of the draw. Nowadays, I mean, hell, I make a shitty music video with my handheld camcorder, and I throw it on YouTube. I could get 1 million likes, and I could become an instant star off of one song. I mean, they just nowadays there's way too many outlets to get your music.
Yeah,
and the days of the record store, the CD stores, just the music stores in general, are gone because, like, why would I go out and buy an album? Because I can get on Spotify and I can pay $10 a month and I can get any album, any song out there that I want. And I think it is kind of ruining the industry. It
is, and people don't understand that when they talk to me. They're like, "Hey, man, you can just watch this movie from this device or insert this week. It's called Kodi, and you have Kodi on your Fire Stick, and you can watch whatever the fuck you want." And I look at him, I'm like, dude, I get it that you think that like big picture Hollywood's like big fucked up or whatever, like they, they're pro Antifa or whatever they're doing now, insert whatever. But they're not saying that when they're putting on their costume and they're acting as a piece of that artwork that is being presented to you that you should pay for. Like, I didn't even do it, and I feel like you should pay for it because I think that's fucked up. That's what they're doing for work. You're being entertained right now. You should pay for being entertained.
And that's the reason why movie theater tickets and concert tickets have skyrocketed,
And it's
because
bullshit.
especially the concert tickets, because that's how the bands have to survive, because they're not making it on their album sales anymore.
Right.
They're making it off of, I'm sure, what little royalties they're getting from streaming services like Pandora and Spotify and Amazon Music. So they're having to go out there and they have to sell their merchandise and produce more concerts to try to make up for that. And it's killing the industry, I think.
Yeah, it definitely is.
And I mean, I think it's shying a lot of people away. A lot of these big bands that have already made it, I think it's shying a lot of them away because they can't keep up with these YouTube kids that are coming on and posting their songs and getting a million likes. Unless you're already an established band, you're not gonna make it.
Yeah, it's just it's ridiculous, dude.
Yeah, and I'm a big proponent of, I guess I use that word right, of supporting local bands and supporting their music and their music sales and stuff too. I actually founded another podcast. I think it's about 4 years running now. I was on there for the first 2 years, and it was called Axology, and we would basically do that. We would talk about guitars and stuff, but we'd also bring in, like, we would just find these bands on Facebook or anywhere and get them on the show, and we would promote their music and interview them, and it was a lot of fun, man. There's a lot of cool bands out there, and like what you were saying, if you have to look deep to find these bands that are like Southern rock. There's a band out there called Preacher Stone that I think you would really like. It was a band that we had on our show. They're pretty big down south, but they're like hardcore, like Southern rock. Like,
I think I've actually heard of them.
Yeah,
I think I've heard of them. Wow.
Yeah, they're a great band, man. Great band. And there was a lot of them out there that we found that it's like there's just, but the problem is there's the industry right now is just so overrun with independent, recording artists, I guess you'd say, or bands, that it's hard for them to make it.
I think it's stupid, dude. Like, and then they look at you like they're like, "Well, why don't you get your songs off of LimeWire or whatever? Insert whatever is being used now for music." Well, because somebody needs to pay these guys for what they're doing, and I figure we do what we do, they do what they do, and we help them out. Just like they help us out because they come and do our shows for free overseas or whatever, and insert whatever cause they're fighting for.
Yeah.
I think it's bullshit.
I agree. And that's kind of where the music video industry went as well. You could still see music videos. Like, a lot of the bands are still producing music videos, and you got to go to, you just YouTube it, but what's the name of that? It starts with a V. It's
what?
Starts with a V.
With a D?
No, it starts with a V. It's like
V.
It's not Vox, but it's something like that. It's like, but they're still producing a lot of music videos for some of these new songs and artists that are coming out. Yeah. But you got to go to YouTube to see them, and you gotta know like what you're looking for. It's like on MTV, man. You just watch it, and it was, they would always put the latest videos out and stuff like that. It was really cool seeing those new videos.
Yeah. You remember, so shortly after they stopped doing the, like the VJs, they did, what's his name? TRL. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Total Request Live, but then they'd only play 30 seconds of the song that you requested.
Mm-hmm.
And then he'd talk for like an hour and a half later. I don't know, just spitballing there.
Yeah,
I think it's ridiculous, dude.
Dude, I remember one of the biggest events that I remember on MTV, and it was kind of like our parents when Kennedy was shot. When Kurt Cobain, quote unquote, committed suicide. And I say that because I really don't think he did. I think Courtney did it.
Yeah, I agree.
But I remember, dude.
A lot of people agree with it.
Yeah, I mean, I remember that day, dude. I came home and I was actually getting ready to go on a camping trip because I was in the Boy Scouts when I was a teenager. So I would have been like 15 at the time, I think. Because I think it was 94 whenever he died.
It was 96.
96? No, it wasn't.
Google it.
All right, I am.
Fact check this shit. 94, I think you're right. Damn it, that was Tupac was 96.
I was going to say, yeah, because I was like 14 or 15. Yeah, April 5th, 1994. So I was...
Yeah, it was Tupac, 96.
I was 14. I was 14 when it happened. And I remember I came home and I was packing up to go on a camping trip with the Boy Scouts. And I flipped on MTV, as I usually do every day when I get home. And they were talking about that. You know, they announced that he was found dead in his home and blah, blah. And I was just like floored. I mean, because this guy was the biggest thing to my era of music ever. I mean, Nirvana put grunge on the map. Now, there's some arguments, there's some debates that Nirvana was not a grunge music, and I've heard guys say this. We had a guest on our old show that said that. And
really? Who was the guest?
I'm not going to say who it was, but
no.
This is a guy. He's a kind of a fellow podcaster.
Okay.
And I call bullshit on that, you know, because he's one of those guys. He thinks he knows everything about, you know, all this shit. And I'm like, how are they not grunge? Like, well, technically, I'm like, no, don't give me that technically bullshit. I was like, they're considered grunge. Alice in Chains is still kind of considered grunge, mainly because they're in that era. But Pearl Jam is grunge. You know, grunge is like a mix of
Toad the Wet Sprocket.
Yeah, Toad the Wet Sprocket, Sonic Youth. I mean, you know, all those guys. They're all considered grunge. So
actually, the godfather or godmother of grunge actually helped Nirvana get their start. It's called little band called Mother Love Bone.
Yeah. Wasn't there I think there was members of Pearl Jam and members of Soundgarden that came from Mother Love Bone. Is that right?
I think so. I don't know a lot about Mother Love Bone because where I learned a lot of my stuff was from a little thing on Netflix called Bleach.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go to Netflix and you want to learn about Nirvana and how they came about and what the whole birth of grunge was, just go ahead and get on Netflix, go in that little eyeglass thing and search Bleach. It's a lot of conspiracy and shit, but the first part of it's really like the birth of Nirvana. And then there's, you know, Nirvana birth, Foo Fighters, and what else? Something else too, right? Foo Fighters is the big one.
Well, yeah. I mean, they derived from Nirvana.
Yeah. Because Nirvana had what, 2 or 3 drummers? Or no?
They had
bass
drummers. No, they only had one bass player. They had 2 drummers. Yeah. They had one drummer before David Grohl. I can't remember his name, but it was pretty early on, though.
Yeah, and he got out because I don't know, man. But I did buy the Nirvana. The fuck's the thing called? The Audiology. Whatever, it's like 56, 60 something songs, but it's like all their pre-recorded pre-Nirvana shit sounds like garbage. Like you could tell it was recorded in some dude's garage with a tape player. Like
yeah.
With one of those ones that you used to have to press, play and record.
Right.
Set it in the center, you know what I mean? Like that's how this thing went. It was pretty crazy.
That's awesome, man. Do you remember the Black Hole Sun video when it came out?
Dude, it was like the fish like smiling and shit.
Uh-huh. Like all the people had like the big smiles and the big eyes and
stuff. Black Hole Sun, won't you come?
That's trippy.
Wash away the rain. Oh, I fucking loved it.
Mm-hmm. Rest in peace, Chris Cornell.
Mm-hmm. That drink was for you, brother.
Hey, man. Mine's empty.
Yeah, slacking.
This Labor Day weekend.
Yeah, that's why I got the big one.
Yeah. I can't drink too much. We're getting ready to leave here in a little bit. Still gotta drive.
Damn it.
It's all good, though. It's all good. So do you ever think that music videos will make a comeback like they were?
I don't know, man.
Lost art.
I don't know. Maybe if everything comes to an end and the world is like it is on MTV on a little show called Shannara.
I don't know that one. What the hell is that?
It's like a apocalyptic show, like a million years down the road. It's got elves and dwarves and all this crap.
Oh, I started watching that. Yeah.
Well, it started out on MTV. It's a Seattle-based show, and I don't know what happened, but MTV lost the contract with them for the second season or the third season because they moved to a network channel, like one of the main channels on TV. Yeah.
Really? And on Netflix.
That's good. Like, I wish that would have happened for fucking. Like, dude, I know we're gonna get a spin a little bit off of a subject, but we're talking about MTV. So shows that derive from MTV. Like, I really liked Teen Wolf.
Mm-hmm.
Little melodramatic to teetering on the showing. Like, I have nothing wrong with gay people. Nothing wrong with gay people. Like, I don't care. But when you insert like 100% of it into the show, it's just like, and there's like 3 couples that are gay. It's like, all right, man, we've gone too far. Like, you're taking away from the actual like storyline by inserting all this stuff, trying to be politically correct or whatever, insert it, whatever. Like, I have gay friends and I'm cool with it. But like, you're taking away from the story. The story of Teen Wolf was about like the supernatural side of it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think they should have took that show from that channel and gave it to another channel that could have focused on the show, you know, and made the show even better than what it was, and took it to another season or 2 or 3, you know, down the road. Dude, look, Supernatural, man. There's been LGBTQ stuff in Supernatural, but they don't oversell it. They don't make it dwarf the show. And MTV has a real habit of ruining things because they want everybody to feel so included. It's like, dude, they feel included, man. They just want to they want to let go of reality and immerse themselves into some show. If it's got some character, like, dude, I'm straight.
Well, they're trying to build their own hype too on this.
I'm straight up veering off the subject, dude. But this is the stuff that MTV does that pisses me off, dude.
Yeah.
They take away from a good show to fucking make everybody feel comfortable. I don't know, dude. Like,
didn't they come out with so MTV?
Oh, the commercial? Yeah.
No, but MTV quit showing music videos for the most part, right? Then didn't they come out with like MTV2 that you had to go to watch all the videos?
Yeah, right.
And then they got rid of all those.
Yeah. Now there's like MTV3. I don't know.
Yeah. Is VH1
HD.
VH1 still around?
Yeah, VH1's still around.
Nice.
They still do the pop-up videos and
oh god, I love pop-up videos.
Yeah. Because they like put facts in, you know, like that's where MTV could have went, but they had their head so far up their ass, like trying to. I don't know, dude.
Well, I like a lot of the behind the music stuff on VH1 too.
Yeah.
They got some awesome documentaries.
Yeah. Shit, CMT's still not even like country music. You know what I mean? Like they got their.
Really?
Yeah, they have their.
Thing.
Shit, they played Nashville for a long time, like the new show called Nashville when they remade Nashville.
Yeah.
Yeah. J.R. Ewing came back.
Oh God.
Oh yeah. Fucking roll me up, son. Call me good.
That's Dallas, right?
Huh? Yeah, Dallas.
Yeah. That's a throwback. That's a way throwback. Oh shit, man. Yeah, I don't know. I love the music videos, but I just don't think like I love going back and watching like old Alice in Chains. I did that the other night because it'd been years and years since I've seen some of these videos. So I'll just pick a band and I'll flip on YouTube and I'll go through and watch some of the old music videos. And I got on an Alice in Chains kick the other night. God, they had some awesome videos.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie. I think, to be honest with you, well, no. There's not one channel that's safe, i.e. even, I'm going to fucking go there, Adam. I don't even care. BET. The same shit's happened to them. BET, like they stopped playing. They used to be all about videos. They used to be all about that stuff. Because I told you, man, I listened to some rap, And to be honest with you, that's how I found out Tupac was shot. I didn't even see it on like regular news or anything like that. It came across BET, 1996, and they had their reality shows. They had all their stuff, and it's just like, I say they, like it's still us. It's ours. It's like that's what I don't get. Anyways, so growing up, like all the channels had the same thing happen to them. Just it happened way faster to fucking MTV, man.
Yeah. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Because obviously these bands are willing to make videos.
Yeah.
And that was even way before, like, YouTube or anything, before you could find the stuff online.
You know what? You want to make money again, bands? You want to make money again? Strictly sell CDs. Mm-hmm. Let's bring it back. Let's bring back tape players, too.
Man, how cool was it to go to the music store or wherever you get your CDs back in the day? Yeah. Going and buying that CD, sticking it into your Discman, and while you're listening to it, pulling out the front cover and looking at the artwork, reading through the credits, reading all the lyrics.
Right.
Everything they had inside there, man, and all that stuff's gone.
Right. I think it's fucked up, man.
Because I remember just as much as I remember the music from back then, I remember the art covers of a lot of things, a lot of bands. I mean, you could, like Pearl Jam 10, the big pink cover with all of them standing around there kind of shadowed. The Nirvana Nevermind cover with the little baby swimming in the tub or in the pool with a little pecker hanging out,
They had a picture of him. They had a picture of that guy like lately.
Yeah.
Like, where is he now? You saw him, right? He looks like
I read an article recently about that. Like, could you imagine being that guy? Like the whole world has seen
your dick.
Your
your little dick. I was a baby, dude.
I hope it's bigger now. That water was really cold, right?
Yeah, it was really cold, but I wanted that dollar bill. Let me tell you what.
Right. Yeah, my brother was the first one to get that album out of all of us kids, and when he brought it home, my mom made him pull the front cover out and put a sticker over the little baby's little private parts. Yeah.
Damn, dude. So speaking on album covers, all right. So there's two that stick out to me. One's a Nirvana one, and then the other one is dude. I was always like, the whole reason I started going towards rap was because of these guys, but the Beastie Boys, dude.
Oh yeah, License to Ill cover, dude, with the wrecked back tail of a plane on it.
The License, the License to Ill one, and then the Sabotage one. You open that up. The center of that album was a boob tree.
I haven't seen that. I'll have to look that up. That's awesome.
It's a boob tree. It's in black and white. It's so funny. And then I said In Utero was kind of a crazy album.
Yep.
Nirvana In Utero.
Yep.
The other one, I always got a kick out of these albums, man. Like however they did this shit, that was awesome, dude. Tool.
Yep.
Remember what was it? The fucking one that came out in 2001, I think. 2003? No, maybe even later. But you had the eyes on it, and you used the cover of the CD or whatever, and you looked in the thing, and you flipped the pages and put them in there, and it did some weird shit.
Really? I didn't see that. I never saw that.
Yeah, dude. I have it floating around here somewhere, man. I'm
a huge fan of Tool, man.
Yeah,
huge fan of Tool. There is a documentary too on. There was something that I watched with Maynard and it was kind of a documentary. And they went into the talking about the guy that did all their album artwork and stuff, and it's pretty cool. He's got some trippy shit, really trippy shit. But that's just Maynard. I mean, that's just how he is, and that's why too. Maynard is very against any of his music being on streaming service. Not any of his music. I say any of the Tool music. You normally will not find that music on the streaming services.
Yeah.
Because he came out and said that he doesn't want any of his music on, any of his Tool music on there, because you want to treat Tool albums like a Pink Floyd album. You want to listen. You don't want to just listen to one song. You want to listen to the entire album and experience the album. You know.
Yeah.
And I think that's pretty cool. I think that's really cool. Well, you wanna talk a little 7 Days to Die?
Dude, we can always talk about 7 Days to Die.
All right. So, well, that's it for the main topic of the show. If you guys have anything that you wanna fill in, go make sure you go find our Facebook page. Just search Masters of the Retroverse. You can find us on Twitter at MOT Retro, and tell us what you think about music videos and if you think they'll ever come back. But let's get into one of our favorite games, 7 Days to Die. Because did you see the new release patch notes?
No, I did not.
Okay.
Enlighten me, Adam.
Okay. So they were talking about version Alpha 16, I guess, coming to console. And some of the things they're gonna do. So, and I'll just kind of highlight some of the ones that really stuck out. On the Navezgane map, they're adding 2 square kilometers of new explorable space, which is pretty cool.
Fucking good.
Yeah.
This means we need to delete all the shit we've been doing. So should we even build up the base that I've been building on outside of Dyersville, or should we just keep fucking around until this shit releases?
I'd say let's just keep going until, because they got some pretty cool stuff on here. So they're going to add a giant desert canyon.
Okay.
New prefabs, whatever that is. Random gen locations. They got 15 new locations. They got a hidden bomb shelter, an oil refinery, a funeral home, a prison, Red Mesa government installation, and Buzz's Bar, and many more. So that's going to be
cool. I get the trader?
Yes, that's the next thing on the list. Traders have moved into zombie country and set up shop.
Fuck yes.
They will, let's see. Yeah, so they carry a variety of products, some of which you cannot get anywhere else in the game. They live in indestructible compounds that are open during daylight hours and closed after dark. And basically, if you're in one, after 2150, you get kicked out, basically. Okay. They'll automatically teleport you out. And they're putting in vending machines.
Okay.
Yeah. And you can rent the vending machines, you can buy vending machines, or you can buy stuff out of their vending machines. Mining and ore updates, which is kind of cool. Because remember, I was mentioning the other day that it used to be when you were mining, you would hit these veins of iron or veins of nitrate or lead or whatever it was, and that seemed like it kind of went away. Well, now I guess they're adding that back into the game. They're adding random underground mineral veins where you can find all the ores plus new rare mineral deposits like diamonds, gold, and silver. And I guess those are going to be able to be traded probably or sold to the trader stations or vending machines or whatever.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool. Let's see. Some bug fixes too.
What did Claire say? What are they fixing? They better not fix Merc's fucking duping plan.
They didn't say anything about that. Fixed an issue that caused the flashlight to turn off when the player would perform another action. I don't know what that means. I wonder if that means you can hold the flashlight.
Maybe he actually finally puts the flashlight in his other hand when you're digging through your menu or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Yep. They fixed an issue that made it possible for a player to have more than one infection at the same time. I never really experienced that.
Neither did I, dude.
Fixed an issue that would occasionally cause in-game time to freeze when starting up an online multiplayer game after resuming from a suspended state.
So yes, I did experience that, where it stayed day one for 5 days.
Now here's something that I wanted to ask you about.
But it honestly helped me out.
Yeah. Bug fixes. Under bug fixes, they fixed an issue that would occasionally cause in-time game to pass while the player was in rest mode. What is rest mode? Do they have something now where you can like a sleep mode?
Maybe like if you back out, if you back out and go to your menu, it should shift to rest mode because it does keep going like the time. Like if you're playing a single player game by yourself or whatever, and you back out and you go to check your messages or whatever, like time keeps going. So if you did this at 21:45, right, on day 7, because you got a message and you went back to go to reply and you backed out, like the horde would start attacking you.
Oh, okay.
Maybe
I'm just guessing. I don't know because I was like, damn, are they putting in a rest mode where like you can sleep? Because that would be kind of cool if you could go over to your bed and just like sleep and say you want to sleep for 12 hours or whatever it is.
Yeah.
They fixed an issue.
Then the game would be called Minecraft with zombies.
Right. It says they fixed an issue that allowed zombies. Oh, yeah, we had this on the one that allowed zombies to set the player and each other on fire underwater. I actually had that happen to me.
When?
On the map that I'm on, my server.
Yeah.
Before it got corrupted, we were building it on that island.
Yeah.
That happened to me, yeah. I had a fire zombie walk up to me underwater, and he caught me on fire. It says it fixed an issue that allowed there to be a small chance a player would spawn into the wasteland in a random gen map. Doesn't that seem like that's where you always spawn anyway?
Yeah,
like
in
the wasteland. No, the wasteland.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the desert or the wasteland is where I always spawn for some reason.
I mean, that's pretty much it. Something about they fixed an issue that would occasionally cause bedrolls to be destroyed after placement on an iron desk. I've never tried putting it on an iron desk, so I don't really know.
Why would you even put it on an iron desk?
I don't know.
Are you ringing?
Uh-uh.
Is it me?
Maybe. Not me. I got my stuff on silent. Let's see. System stability. Huh. This is fix an issue that would cause the game to crash when a client in an online multiplayer game would log in after quitting the previous session as they were dying.
That's what happened. That's why every time I came in your game or whatever, it would fucking kick us out. Like,
is that why?
Later, probably, yeah.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
Because I logged out, quit it, and it never did it again.
Fix an issue that caused the game to crash when a player would try to equip and assemble or scrap an item simultaneously. I wonder if that could be part of the issue. That was pretty much it, though. But yeah, the trader thing was pretty cool. The vending machine's pretty cool.
Yeah, that background I had on the last episode, that was a trader post. That's why there was a guy standing behind it.
It was? I thought you said that was something somebody made.
Well, yeah, it was something like you can make it and you can put a trader in your base.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, on PC. That was a PC version.
Oh, okay.
So, like you can put a trader in your space, especially if you do it in God mode or creative mode. You know what I mean? Like there's still like I don't know, man. That's like we've gotten so far. We made a forge on a new little map of mine. We have 3 forges on your map because I went crazy. Killed all those fucking deer. I don't know. The only thing I don't like about your map is that we're in a building that was already there.
Yeah.
Like I really like building our own building.
Yeah, I was just worried about the file crashing. I didn't want to spend a whole shit ton
Yeah.
of time
Yeah, man, I get it.
and then having the file get corrupted again. But now it seems to be fine. But dude, I'm telling you, I am getting a shit ton of zombies now. Like
All the time.
all the time.
Well, you're in a city.
Yeah.
Just
So,
like on my map, because I got that little wood building and I can barely handle it, dude. We need to fortify that place.
mm-hmm. Yep.
And that is that.
That is that. Let's call this thing a wrap, man. Let's
That was good, man.
Yeah, it was fun. I gotta go to the store and get some stuff to get ready to go for our Labor Day party, whatever it
You
is.
going to the house there or what? Actually, we're live, so if you want to go,
No, we're going to a friend's house, a friend's cabin, not too far from my house.
Okay.
Hang out there, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Let the kids run ragged.
What, tonight? You doing that tonight?
Yeah, we're gonna leave out about an hour and a half or so. We gotta go.
Pretty jealous.
Yeah.
Dana's picking up the thing I texted you about earlier and bringing it back here, and I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
So, on a lighter note, we talked with a couple out of Oklahoma, and we are getting a new rat terrier.
Nice.
I will show you here. I will show you him. Let me zoom in. He's coming from Oklahoma. He's coming from a horse ranch in Oklahoma.
Oh, nice.
That's him right there.
Oh, it's just a puppy, huh?
Oh, yeah. He was just born.
Wow.
The crazy part about this is the guy posted it 4 hours after Bruce passed. And it popped up in my feed, and I sent him a message, and I was like, dude, because this guy sells them all the time. So I didn't think he was going to say anything to me, you know? I'm like, I got Roxy and Libby. Well, more or less, Roxy's like everybody's dog, but Bruce was my dog. And it's been hard on me, I'm not going to lie. So, we're going to get this puppy. He'll be here October 13th, and then maybe I can introduce him.
Nice.
Podcast or so. So, he's another rat terrier.
Are they shipping him up there? Or?
They're going to ship him, yeah.
Okay.
So, it cost me $500 for him, and then for him to fly Delta, it's going to cost me $400. So, $900 to get him out here. We're trying to come up with names. I told Dana I wanted to call him William. I know it's kind of weird, right? But there's a backstory to it. So Bruce, right? Bruce,
mm-hmm.
he was my dog. He tried to steal a beer out of your damn hand. He was as Irish or Scottish as you wanted him to be, right?
Nice.
So, and I didn't name him that. He came to me with that name. So, looking at it, it's like, all right, let's go ahead, and I'm sitting there thinking about names, and I try to do, is it surnames or synonyms for Bruce, and it came up with William, and then it went into the history of it, like King William the Bruce from Scotland. Like,
nice, yeah.
So
that's very fitting, yeah.
Right, so I figure we name him William, and then we'll have like a nickname. I don't know, Skip or whatever we call him, but his name on paper, on document, will be William. Awesome. I don't want to leave it on a sad note, so I just sorry.
Well, that's cool, man. That's good. I feel that void a little bit. It helps.
You need to fill the void, dude.
Yeah, it's tough, man. I know.
Yeah.
But all right, well, let's wrap this up. If you guys want to find us on Xbox, I am on Xbox at xbadwolf79x.
And I am on Xbox as Turmoil, Termoil 77. And if you're looking for me on PSN Network, it's the same thing, but 1977.
And and if you got 7 Days to Die, you can always hit us up. We're always welcome. Just let us know that, you heard us on the podcast, so we don't think you're some random trying to join us and we end up killing you.
Yeah, because I need to get them points up, by the way. I'm trying to get that gamer point. Adam's got me beat by 4, I think, right now. I was looking at it just a minute ago.
Yeah, something. I don't know.
Yeah, PvP kills, you got me by I think you had 7 out of 5.
And I think probably 6 of those were you.
Oh, bitch.
All right, guys, we're going to wrap this up. We'll see you guys next week. We might have a special guest next week. We're kind of in the works on that, and it's going to be a lot of fun if this guy joins us. So make sure you stick around.
I'll do a lot of fandom with him, just saying.
Yeah, find our Facebook page and join us so that way and you can come join us live. And thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next week.
All right, man.